And Mustang ball. Sabine out to McConkey. Closed out nicely by Collins and
way off on that one. NHTI will take over offensively here.
And they continue to break the press well. LeBlanc from the free throw line misses. And Head shoots it, but it hits the shot clock. Central Maine ball.
Another stat in the first half that jumps out at you is Susie French only shooting 2 of 15. Those numbers I don't think she's ever probably seen in her life. So hope to see her maybe to get something going here in the second half and improve on those numbers a little bit.
Yeah, and Coach Morong didn't get to go as deep into the bench as Susie French hits a bucket from beneath the basket. Coach Morong didn't get to go as deep into the bench as he usually does.
Yeah, I mean, usually they're used to playing with a little bit of lead, so he has that ability to get him in. And right there, an NHTI turnover.
Central Maine probably got a good talking to at halftime.
We'll look to see if they can capitalize off the turnover here.
43-38. Emma Cusker knocks down her third three of the game. Fourth three of the game, excuse me. And LeBlanc travels as she
travels. And NHTI quickly wants a full timeout. I think he sees his NHTI girls kind of came out of the half a little flat, which is always a fear, especially in a team that just came off a hot first half. As they come out a little flat in the second half, it can sometimes be a little tough to get things going.
41-43, minute and a half gone in the second half, and the Central Maine Mustangs have come out ready to play.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure they got a good talk to at the halftime. I'm sure Coach Morong has kind of set a game plan here for the second half. You know, the Lady Mustangs definitely don't want to repeat what they did in the first half here. So we'll see if they can come out and find a way to convert.
Stands here at Central Maine Community College are full. This is the first of two games today, the championship round, as NHTI men's team will play the Vermont Tech Knights men's team.
Yeah, that has to make up for a good game too. NHTI by far the favorite in that game, but the Vermont Tech Knights definitely can shoot the ball, they can run, so you know, if they play well, they can play with anybody.
White ball coming out of a timeout. And LeBlanc, actually, I've been seeing her bump Sabine quite a bit. She's playing physical down there. And she fouls Susie French.
Yeah, we see good ball moving here out of the Mustangs. As they're working that ball around, get it into Sabine, kick it back out.
French 1 for 4 today from the free throw line. Good on the first.
French seems a little more relaxed here this half so far to begin with.
Yeah, definitely. Probably took some shots coming out of the half and warmed up a little bit. 43 all. The Mustangs have been down by as much as 12 points. Second foul called on McCusker.
Yeah, and she had a stretch there where I think they hit 3 or 4 threes in a row and CM quickly found themselves down 12. And they found a way to chip away and get back to a tie ball game here.
Susie French steals it. And Romano fouls her. French made those last 2 free throws, and now she's trying to give the Mustangs a lead.
You can feel a little momentum swing here so far, kind of swinging it back to the Mustangs. We've seen this momentum swing back and forth a few times here today.
And the Mustangs take their first lead since about halfway through the first part of this game. 45-43. And LeBlanc hands off to Romano, who's going to try to beat the press with the dribble, and she does. Head finds LeBlanc, and LeBlanc puts her shoulder down and called on the offensive foul. Third foul on LeBlanc. Sabine took the charge.
And that could be a big foul there, especially if she happens to pick up another one here early on.
Good passing. And a score. Susie French that time. Starting to pick up that scoring here in the second half.
Yeah.
Carry called on Finney.
And for the first time the last couple of possessions, you see NHTI trying to dribble through that press and they're finding themselves in trouble. They're going to get back to what worked in the first half, and that's trying to pass through that pressure.
Timeout taken by Coach Gibbs as he can feel the momentum switching all the way to the Central Maine side as they're up by 4 now.
Yeah, Mustangs have started this half off, and I think like a 12-0 run or something along those lines as they were down by 8 at halftime. They find themselves up by 4 now.
47-43.
I mean, the key for the Mustangs here is to keep going, to keep pushing. And on the NHTI side, they got to find a way to make sure they start passing through that break again, not trying to dribble through it. Because we have yet to see in the first 2.5 minutes of this game NHTI to get into any kind of offensive set whatsoever so far.
Yeah, Coach Morong may have figured it out at halftime.
I mean, he got through to the girls somehow, because this half they've been a completely different half than we saw in the first half. And their ball movement has been just superb so far. Like I said with French struggling the first half so far. This half she's 2 for 2. Plus, she's 4 for 4 from the foul line.
Yeah, Susie's really stepped her game up as she scored only 5 points in the first half. All right, Romano out there. Kimball also coming off the bench, trying to give the Lynx a spark. McCusker, and it's going to go, red ball.
Good look there by McCusker, not a bad shot.
Looks like Susie's going to shadow Romano, and McConkey, Maggie McConkey's going to play Kimball.
Oh,
and another charge taken by Sabine.
Yeah, you could see that play coming. Sabine saw her just put her head down and start rolling. Sabine just stood there, never moved, made that one real easy on the officials. And you can tell because you see zero questionability on the NHTI coach saying, you know, where's that? He knew that was a charge the whole way himself.
Maggie posting up high. And McConkey might have lost it, yes.
Mustangs coming out full court pressure again. French with those long arms is going to just try, like you said, shadow her all over the place.
And
Kimball puts that up, can't get it to go.
Kimball misses, yep. 47-43, the Mustangs with a 4-point lead. 3.5 minutes into the second half. Sabine spinning back out to Ariel, who's puts her shoulder down and finding Susie on the ground. The foul was, and 5 fouls already on the Lynx.
Yeah, I mean, and they got some foul trouble early on in the first half too, but they found a way to kind of to minimize the number of fouls. They got a little less aggressive, but
4 players on the Lynx with 3 fouls, and they're all starters.
yeah, that could be real big come down the stretch. Especially if some players like LeBlanc or Romano or Kimball find a way to get into some foul trouble.
Ariel McConkey shot swatted by LeBlanc. Finney, travel.
Once again, you see another Mustang stepping up, ready to take the charge on that one. In the first half, we saw NHTI just wanted it more in that stretch in the first half, but right now it's like the Mustangs just want it that much more.
Late closeout on McConkey, and Collins gets her hands up. And now McConkey's going to be called, trying to make up for the turnover.
Number 13, McConkey. That's our first personal.
First foul for McConkey. Romano. Kimball across court. Dangerous pass. LeBlanc. Ball tipped and caught by McCusker. Up to Sabine. Showtime! Oh, no don't. Sabine wide open there. Good pass by Danielle McCusker. 49-43, 6-point lead for the Zoo Crew. And a jump ball. Good hustle by both squads.
The other thing I've noticed here so far in this half, too, which might be part of it, is CM has gone away from their typical full court man-to-man trap, as they're just playing straight up man-to-man full court, as we've seen so far. They're not switching. They're not trying to trap in the corners.
Yeah, may have surprised the Lynx a little bit. And Romano called on a moving screen.
That's her third personal.
49-43, and it's Mustang ball with 5 minutes out in this second half. Ariel McConkey driving in, rebounded by Sabine. And McCusker.
Sabine wants it right back.
3 shots went up on that possession, and Mustangs unable to score.
Yep. McConkey will pick up the foul on that one. Maggie McConkey, that is.
Number 32, McConkey. That's her second personal. Team's
second foul on Maggie McConkey. It's difficult. We have two McConkeys and 2 Maggies.
Not going to make it easy on us.
And Romano being pressured by French. Finding Finney, who's been quiet recently, and Sabine pulls down the board.
Sabine off to the races here.
Gets it out to Susie French. And now finding McCusker in the corner. No good. Mustang ball.
Collins kind of grabbed the rebound, but couldn't quite hold it in time, and the ball bounced out of bounds.
And Susie loses it. Couldn't hold on.
Yeah, McConkey kind of forced that one in there a little bit, and Susie just couldn't quite hold on to it.
6-point lead. Neither team really scoring frequently in the second half.
Mustangs went on a little run early, but haven't scored much since then.
LeBlanc fade away, no good. Screen from French. And stolen away by LeBlanc as Sabine was trying to get the pass over the top. Finney sidesteps, rebounds, and puts it back. Her own miss.
That's the first 2 points, I think, out of NHTI so far this half.
Second basket this half.
Oh, is it the second one for them?
Yep. 45-49. As McConkey drives in and misses, but French with the rebound. She's going to have quite a few rebounds today. Romano pulling up and airballing it out of bounds.
The crowd getting on her a little bit after that one. I believe you've got a packed gym here, pretty much standing room only, with a huge crowd standing in the middle of the 2 bleachers watching this game.
Number 10, Finder. Number 3, Gila. Number 5, Chillers.
51-45. Noemi Aguila, Chanel Chillers, and Corey Kinder coming on. McConkey and McCusker will stay out there. Noemi's had a pretty good game off the bench today. Chanel.
Joe had a real good first game against Hampshire. She scored 20 in that game.
Finney looking for somebody, and Aguila closes out too quick on Kimball. 8-point lead for the Stangs. And Finney no good.
Mustangs looking to push the tempo here with this group.
Yeah, fresh legs for Central Maine.
And that right there is already the 7th team foul on NHTI.
4 fouls on Kelly Collins, who will come out for another player with 3 fouls.
That's actually Collins' 4th personal foul. So, I mean, one more and she's done for the game here. There's still a lot of game left to play.
Right, what I was saying is the player that replaces her, Caroline Head, has 3. So a lot of foul trouble for NHTI. No points today for Ariel.
As the Maggies will come back in here. Giving McCusker a break, and Maggie McConkey will give her sister Ariel a break here after she either makes this one or on the next dead ball.
And she misses. 54-45. Kimball driving up the court, and Romano loses the dribble. I guess not. Finney shooting a 3. And Kimball open.
Not going to miss on that one.
12 points in this game. 4 3-pointers for Danielle Kimball. Kinder pulls up. Rebounded by Head. 54-48. Head spinning the wrong way. She could have gone turned around the other way. It would have been a lot easier. Nice behind the back by Romano. And it's Sabine called on the block.
Sabine tried to step there and take that other charge there. Couldn't quite get herself all the way square in front of her.
Yeah, I think they saw Romano was trying to avoid contact and gave it to her.
Yeah, Maggie tried to slide her hips over there at the last second there. I think that's where they got her on that one.
11 minutes on the clock and 2 shots for Romano coming up, who has 9 points. Makes the first one.
Checking in for the answer, number 44, the blank. Checking in for the Mustangs, number 32, McConkey.
Second shot coming up. NHTI, a 55% free throw shooting team. (54-50). This game is neck and neck.
Yeah, I mean, NHTI is not going away.
Kimball on the coverage of Maggie McConkey, and Chanel tries to go to the hoop on Head.
And Morano will pick up her 4th personal foul, I believe, on that one.
Here's the foul, number 5, Romano. That's her 4th personal.
And Romano's probably even though Kimball and LeBlanc are both good at one skill, I'd say Romano's the most complete player on the
I mean, she's there for you. She's the one that gets the ball up over, so her fouling out would be a big blow for them.
Noemi makes the first free throw. 10 minutes and Central Maine's in the bonus. Jump ball.
Sabine gets a hand on it, ties it back up. Remain Mustang basketball.
On the blank, Sabine shoots and misses. Allura picks up the rebound.
Quickly pushing it up.
Finney, quick jumper, no good.
Oh,
A little bit of contact, and Sabine lost it. LeBlanc picked up too. And a holding
let's see
call.
who that one's on.
Someone could be out.
44 O'Blank, that's her fourth personal foul.
55 to 52. It's a 3-point game with Sabine at the line.
And the way this is going, fouls could end up being the
death of the Lynx.
Yeah, the dagger that does them in. Chua comes up to give us some good quality minutes there for the Mustangs.
And Sabine good on another free throw. 7 for 9 today from the line.
Yeah, much better free throw shooting as they struggled in the first half as a team. And this half they're looking much better. Sabine grabs that rebound.
5-point lead for the Mustangs. Noemi cannot save it as she crashes into her own teammates. Finney, guarded by McConkey. Out to Kimball. Quick three, no good. (57 to 52).
Little running hook.
Under 10 minutes to play in the game, and Finney spinning up top. Head finds LeBlanc. Up and under, no good. Out of bounds, last one off Susie. French has been quiet since
I was thinking the same thing. She kind of got him going there early on here in the half and kind of quieted off a little bit since then.
But I think she's been on the bench. She came back in for Chanel, I think. Head gets it to LeBlanc, who loses it. And
Shot clock went off, and nobody could hear it because of the crowd, I think, because none of the officials caught on to it.
I didn't hear it till Coach Ramon
Coach Ramon was yelling. I was trying to figure out what he was yelling at, and that's why.
And now it's Noemi Aguila bringing the ball up for the Mustangs. Sabine down low to Kinder, and Noemi's wide open.
Oh.
Fouled after the shot.
Looks like she'll go to the line. And she'll go to the line shooting three. Lawrence picking up her first personal foul, something we haven't been able to say for them in a while here. She'll go to the line shooting three.
8 minutes and 46 seconds to play in the game. This is for the Yankee Small College Conference Championship. Noemi missed her free throw there. 7 points in the game for Aguila. It's French and Sabine down in to rebound. This is their second of 3 free throws coming up. Brought to you by Cody Provost. Man.
Can't get that one to go.
She's missed 3 in a row. Finally making the last one. 58 to 52 is the score, with the Central Maine Community College Mustangs leading the NHTI. Shot made by number 20, Haley Lawrence, who we haven't really heard from today. Besides on that last foul. Sabine showing off some range.
Something we haven't been able to say too many times out of her.
Collins shooting. And McConkey is...
I'm curious what he's going to call on this one here.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I think he gave NHTI a break there because I think it's either that or it's a foul call, I think, in that situation.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I was...
So the NHTI coach isn't contesting too much because...
And Coach Gibbs is going to go talk to the official about it. And it looks like he's saying exactly what you just said. Listen, you want me to call a foul? I'll call a foul.
And then he kind of says, okay, and walks away. I think he's like,
yeah.
You know, because they can't afford the fouls right now, and he knows that.
8 minutes, 2 seconds, and...
They'd rather give up the possession, I think, than take the foul at this point. Because the foul goes down, shoots 2 shots.
And CM's in the double bonus, so every time you foul them, they're going to get at least 2 shots. Sabon! Spin around, and in the end, 1. Count the basket.
You're seeing some emotion out of Sabon, who usually is that even heel player. You know, I mean, no highs, no lows. She's just steady, but she's seen some emotion out of her so far today, which has been nice to see.
Rebounded by French. Ball knocked out of bounds, and McConkey saves it. But Sabon's going to be called reaching.
And that'll be her 4th personal foul there. So she's got to be careful here as they'll get her a sub here.
Oh, I didn't realize Maggie had 4.
Yeah, that right there was her 4th personal, so. Come on, 7 minutes, 30 seconds to play here in the ball game.
I'm not keeping a very clean book. Romano in the game.
A little runner.
And Collins getting the rebound now that Sabon's out. Foul called. I think that's going to be 5 on Collins.
Nope, they called out on the Mustangs.
Oh, they called it on the Mustangs.
Yeah, that one's on McConkey.
The whistles have been blown frequently today. Finney shooting around McConkey and making it. Here's Aguila shooting a 3 and knocking it down.
He's hit some big threes here so far in this game too. Playing well for the Mustangs today.
Yeah, Aguila's got 11 points. Not really known as a scorer. Really good defensive player, but Romano.
Wide open.
14 points for Romano.
Mustangs just can't leave her or Kimball alone. They have to have someone on them at all times.
Pulling up again is Aguila and missing. Rebounded by Kimball. Ooh, might have got away with the travel there. Finney. 66-59, Lynx down by 7. Good find by Romano, but Collins cannot come up with it. And Aguila misses the layup.
Aguila was waiting for the contact on that one and kind of, instead of going up strong, was playing for the contact. And Brown throws it to a wide open LeBlanc, who was sitting waiting to come in the game.
Aguila comes out as she looks pretty tired with 5 minutes, 50 seconds on the clock.
I got some good minutes out of her here so far in the second half. Mustangs lead by 7, just under 6 minutes to go here in the ball game.
Susie French loses grip on the ball. NHTI is going to push it. And Romano flipping the ball off the glass. She did a good job of avoiding Ariel McConkey there because she has 4 fouls.
Yeah, she's got some really nice moves around the basket.
5-point lead now for Central Maine. Kinder chucks it up.
Ariel McConkey with a nice look there. And French forcing the ball out of Morano's hands.
Finney. Finding Collins. And rebounded by McConkey. Mustangs up by 7. Under 5 minutes to play in the game. Susie French comes in for the offensive board, up with her right hand with no help from the backboard.
NHTI wants timeout as Maggie Sabine gets ready to check back into the game. Mustangs extend this lead to 9, the biggest lead we've seen out of them here so far this half.
4 minutes, 31 seconds on the clock. I'm Cody Provost here with Chris Brackett, and we got a timeout on the floor. You're watching Mustang TV. We're going to take the timeout too. Thank you. Back to play, 70-61 is the score, with Central Maine leading it after being down by a significant amount in the first half.
NHTI really struggling to get any kind of anything going consistently like we saw in the first half, like we talked about during the timeout there. They've done a good job of staying out of foul trouble here in the last 5 or 6 minutes.
LeBlanc guarded by Sabine, who just came into the game after the timeout. Splits McCusker, and it's 70-63 now.
Yeah, LeBlanc, knowing Sabine's got those 4 fouls, went right after her.
French, almost with the putback. Finney's going to push it up the court. Head from mid-range. No. White ball.
Finney tried to get that one. She couldn't quite get it. Bounced out of bounds.
French nearly losing it. Hands off to McConkey. And McCusker. French falls on the floor, and Coach Morong calls a timeout. It's a 60-second one.
Oh, I think, yeah, he's going to take a full timeout, probably take a chance to try and talk to him, calm him down here a little bit at the same time. You know, Mustangs, once again, all game long, we've seen them kind of struggle at times to hold on to the basketball. You know what I mean? They're not as been as secure as we're used to seeing with the basketball. A lot of kind of careless plays, careless turnovers so far. But they still find themselves up here, 70-63 with just under 4 minutes to play.
This is the Yankee Small College Conference Championship with 3 minutes and 41 seconds. And stay tuned for the next matchup between the new NHTI Lynx of the men team versus the Vermont Tech Knights.
Yeah, that should be a real fun game. The NHTI team is very athletic, very explosive, fun to watch. Vermont Tech team is they've got the athletic ability, they've got the shooting ability, but they're a very disciplined team. You know, they've got their offense, they run it. They got their defense, they run them. You know, and sometimes that can outweigh athleticism and pure talent when you have a team that's fundamentally sound.
Yeah, if you watch these games, you're going to see some dunks. Not this game necessarily, but next game. All right. CM ball.
Deep in the corner.
Into McCusker. Finds Kinder, and they get the roll.
Got some solid minutes from Kinder off the bench so far today as well.
Kimball, contested, won't make it. 3-on-2. Into McCusker, who loses it. Stolen by Romano.
Romano did a good job on that one.
LeBlanc
lays it in. LeBlanc never quite made it all the way back on defense. Luckily for NHTI, she was wide open the other way.
LeBlanc with 14 points. Kinder, nice pump faking up with her left. She's been scoring recently. 8 points for Kinder in this half.
Kinder's a player that get a lot of talk. She's on the starter. She's like the 7th person to bench, but she would start for most teams in this league. I mean, she's got the tools, she's got the talent to do it, and she's showing it off right now.
74-65. It's white ball. Head comes off. Collins comes on.
Coach Wrong makes room for Kinder right at the top of the bench, which probably says he's going to maybe play a little bit of offensive defense sort of thing here to go on out.
Tough pass. Nearly completed, but it's out of bounds. NHTI ball. 2.5 minutes on the clock. LeBlanc pulls up, and Romano from long distance. The call won't go through.
Mustangs up by 9. It seems like NHTI maybe running out of a little bit of steam here.
Maggie McConkey finds Sabine in the post, and Sabine passes it up. And the extra pass nearly gets the 3. McCusker's got some wheels, tries to come from behind Kimball, but Kimball scores it. The first 2 we've seen out of Kimball today. Nice pass from McCusker into Sabine, and Sabine will miss the first one, but complete the second.
Just wanted to help all those rebounding stats there.
Yeah, I'm sure they're pretty high.
Romano a little slow to get up, but she went down kind of hard there. Avila's checking the game, giving Arrow McConkey a break. Gives it down to 1:30 to play.
90 seconds to go here in this game. CM is up by 9 points, and Finney spins and misses. Jump ball as LeBlanc and Sabine got tangled up. It'll stay NHTI. Collins to inbound. Finds LeBlanc. Going away from the basket.
Tough shot there by LeBlanc.
Barely touching the glass, but just enough to get to direct into the hoop.
Mustangs willing to run a little bit of time here and look for a good shot.
McCusker trying to match.
Can't get it to go.
And Aguila is fouled on the ground. She'll get 2 shots anyways with 51 seconds on the clock.
Number 4, Kimball, second personal. Shooting 2 is going to be Aguila.
Some big free throws here by Avila. She can find a way to knock these 2 down.
First one's made.
Kinder checking back into the game.
15 points for Noemi today.
NHTI coach wanting a full timeout here.
Yeah, with 51 seconds on the clock, it's 77-69 with Central Maine leading it. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back for the finishing moments of this game. We're in the final minute of the YSCC Championship. Central Maine Mustangs are leading the NHTI Lynx by 8 points.
Mustangs up by 8, but this game is anything but over. 51 seconds is a long time, especially with a team like NHTI who can knock down the threes, and they showed in the first half they can knock down some threes, and they can knock them down in a hurry, too.
They've made 11 threes in this game so far, and Noemi Aguila is going to be at the line to shoot one, excuse me.
She hits both of them.
Yeah, it's a 9-point lead now.
Mustangs going to be smart. They don't want to foul here.
Romano up to Kimball, trying to use the glass to score, and LeBlanc with the and one.
And that'll be Sabine's 5th.
Count the basket and the foul.
Sabine will be done for the day on that one. Heck of a game out of her, and the crowd knows that they're showing her her appreciation.
Shooting one is going to be LeBlanc.
LeBlanc will shoot one.
NHTI got a subway to come in for, probably for defensive purposes, especially without Sabine in the game now.
4 for 4 on the day, and now she's 5 for 5.
Cut that lead down to 6.
19 points for LeBlanc.
Good game out of her.
Yeah, 42 seconds on the clock. Down by 6. The Lynx nearly pick off that pass, and Noemi ends up getting it up to Maggie McConkey.
Oh.
Loses the ball. Finney.
Jump ball, and it'll remain Mustang basketball. You know, a smart move by the McConkey. She could have tried to go for the layup. She knew time of possession. Smart move by her to try and take it back out. There's a 10-second differential from game clock to shot clock right now.
Aguila going to run away from the pressure, and will take the foul.
Aguila struggled from the foul in the first half. So far in the second half, she shot the ball much better.
And it's all over chant from the stands coming. I'm not so sure.
Yeah, I'd say it might be a little bit early for that one.
30 seconds on the clock.
With an NHTI team that can be deadly from downtown.
Noemi is going to help ice it with her 16th point.
We're checking back into the game. Mustangs won't be fouled. They're smart. They just do not want to foul in this situation.
Finney
turns and
shoots
heaves it.
One with 23 seconds on the clock.
Can't get it to go. Collins away with it.
Here's Kimball over to Finney. Finney sidesteps Aguila and shoots a miss. LeBlanc in. 11 seconds on the clock, and French is going to dribble away from the pressure, killing 4 seconds.
Yeah, it was a good job there by French, and she ran a few extra seconds off the clock there. The Mustangs faithful are all up on their feet right now. French on the line here trying to seal the deal for the Mustangs.
French misses. To put her team up by 7. No good. Tipped back by McCusker. Passed up to Kimball, and McConkey will guard her the whole
just to put a
time.
hand in the face. And it's all over. The Mustangs win this one, and they'll be going off to Pennsylvania for the Nationals.
Final score 80-74. Your YSCC champions are the Central Maine Community College Mustangs.
Yeah, I mean...